Welcome to your first day in a real suit of armor, New Blood Ransom. I'm Lieutenant Donaton, and I'll be walking you through your equipment training. You're operating a standard light class combat armor suit. You'll notice that the real thing feels quite a bit different than the VR training you've already had. We'll begin by calibrating your vision systems. Let's start off by having you look up by pulling the right analog stick back. Position calibrated. Now, look down by pushing the right analog stick forwards. Position calibrated. Now, let's get you moving around in that armor. You can turn by moving the right analog stick left or right. Turn left and right now. Good. I'm now going to enable your suit's locomotion systems. The first thing I want you to do is get used to moving forward and back in your armor. To move forward, push the left analog stick up. Move forward now. Good. To move back, pull the left analog stick back. Move back now. Easy enough. Now, you can move sideways or strafe by moving the left analog stick left and right. This will allow you to remain facing forward while performing evasive maneuvers. Strafe left and right now. By the way, if you didn't notice, the degree to which you move either analog stick determines how quickly you move and turn. Now, let's see you test your suit's jumping capabilities. To jump, press the L1 button. When you engage your jetpack, armor control systems automatically fire your jump mechanism to help get maximum boost. Your jetpack uses armor energy and will cease to thrust once your energy is depleted. Skillful use of the jetpack is vital to the success and to the very survival of a warrior. Press and hold the R1 button to use your jetpack. Release it to stop. Now, let's test what you've learned and have a little fun. Inside the base are 5 control point switches. Each switch has a white waypoint so you can easily locate it. I want you to switch all 5 by simply touching them. I'm dropping the force fields now, so get ready, get set, go. Good job, New Blood. Now let's review the various elements that make up your heads-up display, or HUD. These readouts give you information about your armor, packs, weapons, and status. Each part of the HUD will flash as I describe it to you. In the top left of your HUD, you'll see 3 bars. The green one at the top shows the condition of your armor. The green bar will decrease in size as more damage is taken, and also changes from green to yellow to red as the damage increases. If the bar completely disappears, then your armor has been damaged beyond repair, and you'll have to respawn in a fresh suit. The blue bar in the center shows your armor's energy reserve. This energy is consumed by your jetpack, certain weapons, and even some packs. The bar at the bottom shows the heat signature produced by your jetpack. If it's high enough, you will become susceptible to lock-on by heat-seeking missiles. Real-time battle updates are posted in various locations in your HUD. The updates will include messages from other warriors, mission status information, remote equipment activation stats, and more. This box is used to display scoring information. The configuration of this readout will vary from mission type to mission type. A timer is provided for time-critical missions. This is your inventory display. The topmost icon shows you the type and quantity of grenades in your possession. The icon at the bottom indicates the type and status of any pack you are carrying. Other icons can be displayed in this area as well. In the center of the screen, you will see your reticle cluster. This displays aiming crosshairs for the current weapon as well as the available ammo count. When you have an object centered within the reticle, your suit will attempt to acquire and display information about the target, such as the range to target, target ID, and for friendly assets, the state of repair for the target. This indicator provides information about heat-seeking missiles. When it's flashing yellow, a missile device is tracking your suit's heat signature and trying to acquire a lock. When it's flashing red, a missile has locked and launched. That's it for this phase of training, new blood. We'll cover basic weapons in your next session. Today we'll be letting you get your hands on some weapons. Feel free to run over any of the weapons scattered about the room to pick them up. Ammo for each weapon is provided. Ah, the chain gun. This bad boy churns out a hail of explosive micro-flechettes that quickly chews up targets. Its advantages are a high rate of fire and substantial damage at close range. On the downside, aiming is imprecise at longer range, and since the barrel has to spin up, there is a slight delay between trigger press and onset of fire. Press and hold the L2 button to fire. Press X to cycle to the next weapon. This is the spin fuser. This little baby fires a disc-shaped charge that explodes on impact. Many times when facing an enemy, it's better to aim at the ground or walls around them to inflict possible splash damage. Remember, with this weapon, ammo is limited. Use the L2 button to fire. This is the blaster. It has relatively unlimited ammo since it uses your suit's power to launch pulsed energy rounds at a high rate of fire. The blaster punches right through personal shields, so it's a good weapon to use against enemies with the shield pack. You'll also notice that its shots will ricochet off surfaces a few times before dissipating. Fire it a few times by pressing the L2 button. The light armor you're wearing only allows you to carry 3 weapons at a time. To pick up one of the weapons you haven't tried yet, stand on top of it and press the select button. This will exchange your currently active weapon for the new one. Here we have the grenade launcher. This weapon can be difficult to aim directly as the grenade fuse has to arm itself after it leaves the barrel. Now it's a good weapon for bouncing a few rounds around a blind corner to help clear out any opposition. Go ahead and lob a few grenades to get a feel for the weapon and its timing peculiarities. Use the L2 button to fire. Okay, the weapon you have equipped now is the plasma rifle. This weapon fires superheated balls of plasma that explode on contact. Much like the spin fuser, it relies heavily on splash damage. The drawback to this weapon is the relatively slow speed of the projectile. Direct hits with this weapon do a substantial amount of damage, however. Use the L2 button to fire. Good. I'm now placing a waypoint in your HUD. Upon reaching it, you will need to use your jetpack to go up the chute and get the laser rifle and energy pack placed in the room above. The energy pack automatically increases the rate at which your armor rebuilds energy reserves. Energy packs do not have to be activated. It will function as long as it's attached to your armor. From this position, you'll be able to see a targeting bot in the distance. To get a closer look at the bot, put him within your sights and press and hold the R2 button. This engages your zoom. D-pad up and down will adjust your zoom factor. The laser rifle is a sniping weapon, capable of severely damaging an enemy from a long distance. When fired, it concentrates all of your armor's energy reserves into a single devastating laser beam. The strength of the beam is directly related to the amount of available energy at the moment of fire. Now use your zoom to target the training bot on the platform and take him out. Fire using the L2 button. All right, now it's time to learn a little bit about your automatic targeting systems. To lock onto an enemy, get them near the center of your targeting reticle and hit the square button. You'll notice at this point that you automatically turn to face in the direction of the enemy, and your aiming system is locked onto them as well, so all you need to do is pull the trigger. There's a targeting bot outside that I want you to acquire a lock on. Your weapons will be disabled until you do so. Once you've locked on, destroy the bot and pick up his ammo box to complete this part of your training. The lock-on system does not work with the laser rifle, so switch to another weapon if you still have the laser rifle equipped, and I'll drop the force fields. Okay, you got him locked. I'm releasing your fire button, so go ahead and take him out. Don't forget to grab his ammo box by running over it. Well done. This concludes Training Module 2. Okay, new blood. You've been outfitted in heavy class armor for this portion of your training. Looks like your armor integrity's a bit low, so let's take care of that. Repair kits and repair patches are used for in-the-field repairs. All you have to do is run over one, and limited repairs will begin automatically. Run over the ones I've waypointed in your HUD. Now, on to grenades. Grenades come in 4 flavors. Select which type you want to carry when choosing your inventory. In normal situations, you can only carry one type at a time, but for the purposes of training, you've been equipped with one of each type. First is the basic grenade, also known as the hand grenade. It explodes and sends a blast of small metal fragments in all directions. Throw one now using the triangle button. Next up, we have flares. The flare burns brightly when released and may be used as a countermeasure against heat-seeking missiles. You can even throw flares to deflect missiles when piloting vehicles. Again, use the triangle button to throw a flare now. The next grenade is the concussion grenade. Unlike the frag grenade, it doesn't cause damage. Instead, it causes a severe but localized concussive force sufficient to knock a weapon out of an enemy's hands. It'll also dislodge a pack or even flags from an enemy's back. Like other grenades, throw with the triangle button. Go ahead and toss one. Last but not least, we have mines. When deployed, they slightly burrow themselves into the ground before the charge is armed. Once armed, a mine will detonate when its proximity field is entered, or if it's subjected to a shock from a projectile or explosion. Mines will fail to deploy if placed on or against other equipment or too close to other mines. These babies do some damage, so keep your eyes peeled for them in combat situations. You can place a mine by pressing the triangle button. Do this now, and try not to step on your own mine once it's been deployed. Okay, now on to some heavy weapons training. First up, we have the fusion mortar. The mortar is a devastating weapon. Its projectiles travel in an arc, similar to the grenade launcher, but with much more punch. Heavy armors are the only ones beefy enough to handle these monsters. Okay, equip your mortar and see what you can do with it. There are some AA turrets scattered around. See how many you can bust up. Switch to the missile launcher when you're done. The missile launcher fires a heat-seeking missile that can lock onto larger enemy assets, such as turrets, and also enemy armors if the heat signature is high enough. Your armor provides visual and audio cues as you track and lock onto targets. You can't fire the missile launcher when it's not locked on. Try taking out some of those AA turrets. Fire all missiles to complete the exercise. Good job. You have completed this training module. Okay, new blood, we have a lot to do today, so let's get busy. The first thing you're gonna need is a repair pack. I've waypointed one for you, so go ahead and get it. Good. Now, I want you to ski to the small bunker I've waypointed for you. To ski, head down the hill and hold the jump button, which is L1. You will notice that you pick up speed as you travel. Skiing can be used in conjunction with the jetpack to travel more efficiently. All right. In this bunker, you'll see an inventory station. This station is damaged and non-functional. You're gonna change that. Activate your repair pack by pressing the circle button. This will cause your current weapon to be replaced by the repair tool from your pack. Now get close to the station and place your targeting crosshairs on it. Press and hold the fire button, which is L2, to begin the repair process. Okay, now go into your inventory setup and select a shield pack. Once you've done that, go and get one from the inventory station. The shield pack provides extra protection against enemy fire at the expense of your suit's energy reserve. When the shield is active, the shield pack icon will flash and you'll hear an audible cue. Remember, if your energy runs out, the shield will deactivate. Use it by pressing the circle button. Good. Now, enter your inventory menu and set your loadout to medium armor with a remote station as your pack. All remote inventory stations are deployed with a beacon. This beacon will transmit a signal to you and your allies, pinpointing the location of the station on your HUD. Your weapon systems will be disabled for the purposes of this exercise, so your weapon choice doesn't matter. Once you have set your loadout, step onto the inventory station platform. Now you're going to deploy the remote station. Head on over to the new waypoint in your HUD. Look directly at the point where you want to attempt to deploy the remote station, then press the circle button. Note that the station will not deploy if the location at which you are aiming is too close or too far. Your suit's onboard systems will keep you informed of other restrictions when attempting remote deployment. Good. Remote inventory stations have everything the base stations have with two key exceptions. First, you cannot acquire an additional remote station, and second, you cannot change your armor type. Used properly, remote stations can be valuable field assets for you and your teammates. Deploying that station left you without a pack, so let's get a new one. This time, I want you to select a missile barrel pack. These can be used to change out barrel types on base turrets. Go ahead and get one now. Okay, now I want you to go to the turret I've waypointed. Approach it, target it, and press the circle button to swap barrels. Good job. Now, while we're on the subject of turrets, go into your inventory screen and select a remote turret as your pack. Once you've done that, get one from the remote station. Remote turrets can be deployed on almost any surface you can reach. Each team has a limited number of these, and they cannot be placed within close proximity of each other. When you got one, go ahead and deploy it by pressing the circle button. Listen up. Now it's time to learn about remote sensors. Sensors extend the firing range for all types of turrets. Remote sensors can be placed in the field to strengthen turret defenses in selected areas. 2 sensor units come in a pack. Using the circle button, we'll deploy one. Do this now. Now for some serious ordnance. A satchel charge pack is a remotely detonated, high-explosive munition. Get one from the remote station, then press the circle button to deploy it. Remember, just press the circle button one time to deploy. Got it? Once a satchel charge is deployed, it takes a moment to arm itself. Now, even in heavy armor, you do not want to experience a satchel detonation at close range. I suggest you move off a safe distance. When ready, press the circle button to trigger the charge. That's it for advanced equipment training. Get some rest. We'll be working with vehicles next. New blood, this portion of your training will familiarize you with the various vehicles used in combat situations. When used wisely, vehicles may mean the difference between victory and defeat on the field of battle. The first vehicle we will cover is the Mongoose Grav Cycle. Go into your menu by pressing the Start button. Then go to the tab marked Vehicle. From here, you move through the menu choices to select the Mongoose. Then get the cycle by stepping onto the vehicle station platform. To enter the vehicle, use your jetpack to fly into the seat. The Mongoose is a light, unarmed ground vehicle. It's fast, but hard to keep under control. The vehicle HUD is slightly different from your suit HUD. Underneath your armor condition indicator is another green bar indicating the condition of the vehicle you're in. Below this is a blue bar indicating the vehicle's available boost energy. Use your jet button, R1, to boost. This will increase the speed of your vehicle. Much like armor, the left analog stick will move your vehicle, and the right analog stick controls turning. If you have flares equipped, the triangle button will throw them. Try out the Mongoose. I've set a series of waypoints heading to the next vehicle station. Follow them. Okay, you're within range of the next station. Use L1 to jump from the vehicle and make your way towards the station. Okay, go into your vehicle menu and select the Piltdown Transport, then go ahead and get one from the station. The Piltdown is the workhorse of the tribal fleet, capable of carrying a pilot plus 4 armors. You'll notice it also has a rear-mounted turret. This is automated, so all you have to do is worry about getting your people where they need to be. The Piltdown is pretty slow and sluggish to maneuver. Go ahead and follow the waypoint to the next station. Okay, you're within range of the next station. Use L1 to jump from the vehicle and make your way towards the station. Now go into your vehicle menu and select the Hammer Bomber. Then head over to the station and get one. fire can rain serious trouble down on an opponent. Use your fire button to drop bombs. In order to aim, hold the zoom button or R2 to switch to the bomb view. You can practice on the turrets and bunkers on the ground as you make your way to the next station. Okay, you're within range of the next station. Use L1 to jump from the vehicle and make your way towards the station. The Dingo Fighter is a lightly armored single-seat flying vehicle. It's equipped with dual wingtip blasters and is a pretty versatile craft. Use the vehicle menu to select the Dingo now and step on the vehicle pad to get one. Okay, now take the Dingo to the next waypoint. Feel free to try out the blasters. The Dingo can be invaluable as both a support and recon unit. Many cappers use them to get to and from enemy bases quickly. Good job. That's it for vehicle training, new blood. Dismissed.
Up and at 'em, new bloods. Painful as it is to call you washout soldiers, I am forced to admit that you can walk and talk at the same time. So today, I'm turning you back over to Lieutenant Donaton for the next stage of your training. During this next series of exercises, you will be equipped with training weapons and armor. You'll use your jets for real. Your weapons will look and feel like the real thing. You will see the explosions, you will feel it when a buddy shoots you, and you may even go down with a few bruises. The only thing hurt today, though, will be your pride. We will begin with a simple contest called Deathmatch. Fortunately, the rules are very simple. Frag anybody you see. And remember, everybody else is gunning for you, so keep moving. All participants will be issued the same equipment. There will be no inventory stations available in this scenario. However, there are alternate weapons, ammo, and packs located about the training area. To avoid running out of ammo, keep an eye open for ammo boxes dropped by frag players. This may not be a problem for any of you, though, as it is unlikely that any of you worms will be able to maintain your armor integrity long enough to run out of ammo. You may see some Star Wolf out there. Lieutenant Kelsterson has a training cadre here as well. The lieutenant and I would be pleased if a Blood Eagle got the high score today.
Good morning, recruits. Deathmatch is a free-for-all combat simulation. There are no teams. Everyone is a target. You'll find other weapons, packs, and ammo scattered around the training grounds. Also, remember to scavenge ammo from other players by grabbing the ammo boxes they drop. Your goal is to achieve as many kills or frags as possible, using all the weapons and skill at your disposal. You need a score of 15 to pass this exercise.
Another embarrassing death.
Good job, new blood. Ransom, isn't it?
That's too
Well,
bad.
don't let it get to your head.
The loot says you wet noses all did pretty well out there today. Respectably even. I'm shocked to hear it. However, I now expect you'll do even better tomorrow. Remember, when you face the hordes, it won't be a game. Dismissed. Listen up, new bloods. Today's exercise is more complicated than the last one, more like what you'll get with real action. It's an asset liberation exercise known as Capture the Flag. You will be split into 2 teams, Storm and Inferno. Each team has a base containing a flag. The goal of this exercise is simple enough, even for your limited intellects. Grab the other team's flag, make your way back to your team's base, and touch their flag to your own. That's a cap. Got that? And stop the enemy from doing the same thing with your flag, although that should be obvious even to snails like you. We'll put waypoints on your armor's HUD so you can locate both teams' flags and bases. Furthermore, your teammates will be designated by green indicators, while enemies will be red. That's standard combat armor HUD behavior, and you'll use it in real battles as well. While the desire to win should be enough motivation even for you washouts, here's a little extra incentive. First team to get 6 caps before time runs out gets a week of steak dinners. Clef deer venison raised right here on this world. Losers get a week of KP. Happy capping, new bloods.